Hi, my name is marciacanestrano, and my business is Akashic Soul Coach. And today, what we are doing is we are going to bring through a message from the Akashic Records using some oracle cards for the month of August 2020. This is quite a packed month when it comes to astrological events and numerological events and portals. And holy days. So we're going to start tomorrow. Today's August 1st, 2020. Tomorrow is August 2nd, 2020. In the ancient pagan world, in the Celtic Shamanic calendar, it was called a holy day called Lammas. And even some of the early Christians celebrated this too. Lammas actually means loaf mass. And so this is the day of the first harvest of the entire year, of the fall season, if you will, even though we're really in the heat of summer here in Southern California. And so what especially the early Christians did is they would actually take a loaf of bread to a mass at the church, and it would be blessed and they would donate it. So this was an offering that they were making back to the land and back through a sacred ceremony as they saw fit, to give thanks for the abundance that they've already received this year and the awaiting abundance of August, September, and October. Now this is the first of 3 harvest festivals. So this is Lammas on August 2nd. The next one will be the fall equinox here in the northern hemisphere, and that is September 22nd. And then the third one is Samhain, so that's or Halloween, and that is October 31st. And so it's this time of year where we're really beginning to maybe see literally the harvest of the seeds that we planted through inspired intentions in the springtime. And no matter what, tomorrow is a great day to be giving gratitude back, especially gratitude back to Mama Gaia, back to Mother Earth, because ultimately it is a festival about what Mother Earth has been giving us and what she's going to provide for us. And it's also that feeling of really being in that abundant, vibrant, all your needs are taken care of state. And so real lush bounty, if you will. And so just saying a prayer if you choose tomorrow, or just giving thanks for anything in your life, is a beautiful way to plant the seeds for this month, to see what even comes through even more in September and in August, because at the end of the week we have August 8th, 8/8, and this is the Lionsgate Portal. And I have been feeling this since almost mid-June. This energy this year is even more potent than usual, which is just kind of knocking my socks off, truthfully. I'm really in awe of what is coming through around that. The Lionsgate Portal. Now, what does that even mean? It's a great day for manifestation. And the Lionsgate Portal is when the star Sirius is at its closest to the planet Earth. And some teachings say that it's directly aligned with the Egyptian mysteries, and that the star Sirius was in alignment with the Great Pyramid on the Giza Plateau during this day. And so we're going to, I'm going to do a larger video on this, like a really specific reading on this, because I'm feeling so much coming through. But this is an awesome day. Even though we've started our harvest festival towards the end of the year here, it's a great day to be setting inspired intentions, or to be in any ceremony, or to just really be communing with nature, if you will, and looking at all the abundance and bounty around you. This is a very strong portal. It's also a day where you can receive very high upgrades and downloads, light code messages, whatever's for your best and highest good and the best and highest good of all. Okay, so just know that there's a lot of energy that can come through that day. And so setting an intention even around receiving a new healing within the DNA structure, if that's what you're desiring, please, set that intention. And then what we have starting on actually the 4th, I want to go back to the, August 4th, because we've got 3 Mars squares this month, which is really kind of wild. I'm not an astrologer, but I adore astrology, and I always feel that it's really important to know what's going on, especially if you're feeling like little shakeups here and there in your life. I'm like, Well, the thing about a square in astrology is it does represent tension or a challenge or an obstacle. And Mars is in Aries, and it's in a unique position because it's going to be in Aries until the end of the year. I believe going into the beginning of 2020. It's about a 6-month cycle because Mars will be retrograding in the next month or two. And so it's just going to be stationary in its home sign where it absolutely loves and adores it. And so what is Mars? Mars, in a very narrow sense, is the god of war, right? And I was named after Mars. Marcia comes directly from that Roman name, and it means my name not only means it can mean warlike, but it means also fearless. So it has that energy of courage, and we've got that double layer of energy now, right? Because we're in Leo. Leo is about the heart and using the heart to using our passions, using our sovereignty, using our power to bring courage, to really be able to be our fullest being and to feel our complete worth. Leo is the king or the queen of the jungle, and that's what we want. And it's not power over anyone, it's power within us. Power within us to feel that we have this ability to create, because Leo is a sign of creativity. And it's like, what do you want to create? What is it that your heart is calling you to do? This is the message of Leo. So getting back to that Mars square, the first one is going to be August 4th, 2020. And it is Mars squaring Jupiter. And so in this tension, in this time, Jupiter is the planet of expansion. Jupiter's in Capricorn, right? So this isn't really a place where Jupiter likes to be, because Jupiter's about expansion and, moving, big and getting bigger. And Capricorn is about the structure, about limits, about tradition. And so what we can see, Mars in Aries represents, or can represent, us being the sacred warrior of our own sovereignty. It is about who we are, the self, as a free spirit, okay? And so we've got Jupiter, right, in this place of feeling limited, even though it's trying to expand in Capricorn. And Mars, the self, the warrior, who is like sacred warrior ready to go, coming up against each other. And so this could be more of like the individual and the establishment happening. And so we'll see what's going on like more into that first week. So the second square that's going to happen with Mars and Aries is on August 13th. And that is with Pluto. Pluto is the death of rebirth, death, and transformation. Okay, it is also in the sign of Capricorn. So This is about blowing the old traditions wide open, the old structures wide open. And so for me, the tension, the interpretation that I'm getting from Spirit is really about like, okay, how do we as individuals really in our sacred warrior selves, in our sovereign selves, move into this new, do we move into even, because it's conflict or challenge. The challenge may be, how do we move into a world that is changing? Okay? And that I think everyone on this planet can relate to at this moment in time in 2020. And then the third Mars square is with the planet, the planet Saturn itself on August 23rd. Now, all these dates, by the way, are Pacific Daylight Time because I am in Southern California. So you may have to adjust them a little bit for where you are. So this last one, August 23rd, this Mars. Okay, the sacred warrior, sovereign self, is coming up against the planet of limitation, and it is the planet that rules Capricorn. So you've got Mars in Aries at its strongest. You've got Saturn in Capricorn at its strongest. And so this again is that challenge of how does the sacred warrior in its sovereignty fit into a confined structure, a traditional old structure. And so we may see, anything is possible what we may see. And this is just a question that's being brought up. We'll see what else is coming up more for that week. And then we have on the 22nd of August, we have that beautiful transition from Leo into Virgo. And so this is a very potent, power-packed month energetically. And we'll get into the messages now. And so I pulled, this is brand new for me. I'm going to show you the box first, but I have to show you the back of those cards. Are gorgeous. Okay, I saw this. I was watching Conscious Evolution Journey, that's her channel. And she was doing a Lionsgate message, and she had this, and it was gorgeous. I loved this deck, and I love Alana Fairchild. I have studied with her. I'm a licensed practitioner of her soul guidance and sacred mentoring healing modality. And so this is an Alana Fairchild oracle deck that she's channeled, and it's called the White Light Oracle. And there's actually a card in here that totally refers to Lionsgate. And I'm going to show you that card, and then we'll just shuffle the deck overall for Lionsgate and see what message comes up. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at that artwork. Okay, feel that energy. Yeah, and I love it. It's the Ishtar's Lionsgate 888. Okay, so let's shuffle these cards. What is our message? What is our message for the Lionsgate from? What's our message for the Lionsgate? One card, please. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's interesting. This is the back of the card, and what we got for the Lionsgate is actually more animal medicine, and it's the wolf. And wolf medicine has been coming up in many of my readings, actually. There's a lot of this in the collective right now is what I am seeing. So wolf is about the tribe, right? Wolf is about the teacher. So many people are going to be called into this Lionsgate energy, and we are already in it, right? Because it started last week on Galactic New Year, 7/26. And so any downloads that you're getting, any inputs, any intuitive hits that you're getting about and it doesn't have to be anything literally teaching. It may be just, enhancing your spiritual practice or starting a new practice or something that you're going to bring more energy to your own body. It could be a change of diet, I'm hearing even. So whatever it is that you're going to bring more to, on, within yourself, it's going to really begin to fill your auric field. Now, this is the white light oracle. So white light is the standard color that we do use in our auric field. Auric field is that beautiful energy field that is on average about 9 feet above you, below you, in front of you, in back of you, and to the sides of you. And so what Spirit is talking about is they're talking about this teaching by example and teaching through the auric field. So what does it mean by teaching through the auric field? That means, when we begin to transform in any way, shape, or form, whether it is through, a meditation practice, a yoga practice, a dance practice, a walk in nature, going to the ocean, taking a beautiful swim in that salt water, whether it's a change in diet or exercise, those can all contribute to also to being more cognizant about really going through and clearing our chakras, doing like a chakra clearing meditation, and then doing an auric field meditation, and or every morning I always make sure that I actually call on Archangel Michael, and to really put a beautiful protective shield to really fill up my auric field, and to check and see and make sure it's nice and clear and clean and no little rips or tears or anything like that, to really be able to hold a lot of energy. And with this energy will allow for you to feel very comforted, instead of maybe feeling like you're feeling everybody's stuff, because those of us who are empaths, especially at the moment in time that we are living in, are being a lot of people's stuff, right? That is not our own. And so that will help with that, of course. But the other thing that it will do too, my dears, is it will allow you to walk through the world. And I know we're doing social distancing, but if anybody comes close to your auric field, they might just feel your radiance. And so the beautiful, positive thoughts that you have, and the joy, especially the joy that you can bring through, is really, it's just like vibrating joy. And that, we're talking about these Mars squares that are tension and obstacles and even challenges. I mean, that is one of the biggest challenges right now, is to feel joy in the midst of the complete unknown. Because none of us know where this is going. I'm channeling the Akashic records, and they don't give me like the whole big picture of what it's going to be like in a year or two, or 6 months, or next month even. So, I'm in this with you. And so, look at this beautiful wolf, utilizing the wolf medicine. The wolf medicine also is about the tribe. So if you haven't already, finding your like-minded tribe on social media if you have to, or, or if you are allowed, if it's okay to gather, do some gatherings, if that works for you. And so, this is about finding our soul tribe. This 8-8 portal is really going to begin to align people with where it is best for them to be, is what I'm hearing. So there may be a lot of moving going on during the next couple months, where people are like, I feel like I'm going to be of service in this place, this location, rather than where I am now. So just be aware of that. And also too, that location never even means to be a physical move sometimes. Sometimes it is just that inner landscape that is ready to really be honed at the subtle levels through the light codes that are activated through the 8-8 portal. And so that is working on the inner locality, the inner landscape, that then comes out and motivates you through a creative means to really be in that place, to be that embodied sacred warrior of sovereignty within yourself, in however you are being guided. Okay, so I love this. we're going to move on, and I have Rebecca Campbell. I love this deck. This is definitely one of my go-to decks. It's the Work Your Light deck by Rebecca Campbell. And the reason that, even though this is one of my go-to decks, the reason that I chose this deck today is because it is a deck that has a lot of Egyptian imagery. When I was meditating about, you know, which oracle am I going to do? Which oracle is best for this message? I was really getting that it was this deck because of that Egyptian connection to the 8/8 portal. So first and foremost, right now, what we're going to be looking at is we're just going to be looking at the first week of August. And the first week of August starts today. It's Saturday where I am. Saturday, August 1st, 2020, and it goes until next week, which then is next week. So this is the first week through 8/8. So this doesn't include the 8/8 portal at its peak. Okay. Whoa. Okay, well there you go. That kind of like was obvious, flew right out of the deck. And I love and adore this message. Look at that. Birthing a new age. That's what we're doing in this Lionsgate portal. And so all of you out there who are light workers, this is really a call to action. I do have to tell you that when Mars went into Aries, I don't know, about a week or two ago, I was meditating and I got the message that for all light workers, this is where the rubber meets the road. And that is an expression that's like, okay, the tires are on the road and you are ready to, their engines are revved and you're ready to move forward. That is why I have started this channel. That is part of the reason why. That's why I'm doing this finally now. And so all of you, we are birthing a new age. So this first week of August is one where we can really begin to envision, set inspired intentions, even though it's the full moon on August 3rd here in Southern California. It's August 3rd, I believe it's about almost 9 a.m. in the morning here. Even though it's a full moon, this is about manifestation, the full moon, completion and healing. So we have that overlay, and it's in Aquarius. So this full moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is about humanity, right? This is birthing a new age for humanity. So everyone, please, envisioning what you can bring to the planet, what you are here for, tuning into your hearts, really, taking a little bit of action too, because to birth a new age, this is part of also, I feel the squares, because at first squares, the square with Jupiter. So it's like, oh, we're trying to expand, and then you might get a little contraction. You're trying to expand, you're trying to birth it, right? And it's like, oh, you're trying to birth this new thing, this new creation, this new divine child in whatever form it shows up. And so there may be a little bit of a challenge there, but know that ultimately that we are so looked after with the divine, and we are here, we all came here at this moment in time to be a part of this huge cosmic party called the Aquarian Age. And we are the ones that are really the way showers at this moment, because we've just essentially entered this age. Some spiritual teachers say it was 11/11/11, some December 21st, 2012, but date aside, we know we're at the beginning. And so we are at this place where we are not fully birthed. We are working to really begin to move into an age where we have that unity consciousness. The thing about the Lionsgate, the reason it's the white lion is because that is the lion that represents Christ consciousness. And so, beloveds, what we are doing this week is we are really focusing, if you so choose, on Christ consciousness, on unity consciousness, and really envisioning, if you want, the planet in that energy, and or just integrating it within yourself and feeling more of that expansion of your ability personally to birth a new age. And how do you birth a new age? Through your creativity. And that creativity could just be humming, drumming, doing a little dance, writing a little journaling during the week, starting a dream journal. You could bring it into, if you're creating ceremony, however small, however big, either solo, online, with a friend or two, if that's happening in your community. This is the energy that this 8/8 portal is opening for us this week. Okay, so wow, that's a potent first week of August, and that's why I'm here and I'm doing this. Okay, the second week of August. Let's focus on what is our message for the second week of August. What's our message for the second week of August? Oh, this is quite the month. This is quite the month. We've got another very potent, strong card in this deck. This is the Pleiades card. This is channeling and a double mission, right? Okay, so it says channeling and uplifting humanity. What do we just say? And double mission. So, for those of you especially who are really drawn to the Pleiadians, please call them the benevolent Pleiadians of unconditional love. I am now working with them. I have had, and I'll do another video I think on this because I can go into it more. I have had experiences throughout many past lives with the Pleiadians. And, you know, the Pleiadians, when they're benevolent, have a beautiful, absolutely gorgeous energy. And they have, their absolute best intention for us as humanity. And on a beautiful oracle deck, this high vibe deck, when we talk about the Pleiadians, we're talking about the benevolent ones. They do come in neutral and malevolent forms. So just be aware of that. You know, it's just like we all want to know who we're working with as light workers. And so calling on the benevolent Pleiadians in unconditional love is the way that has worked best for me because of my own little past life history. Anyway, a week or two ago, I did have the experience where I am working very, very intimately with Mother Mary. And she actually shows up for me as this really, you know, sacred warrior, priestess, galactic star queen from Lemuria. So, you know, and I was raised Catholic, so yes, I have a very traditional also background in association with her, but yet she is this really expansive being, and she brought in the benevolent Pleiadians for me to be working with now. And so the second week, we're in the Lionsgate Portal. Oh, that's why Mother Mary came through. Okay, for anyone who's watching this video, Mother Mary gave you the message in the Catholic Church. There is this holy day for her on August 15th, which is the day of her Assumption. And it is when she ascended into heaven. This is the very traditional explanation, but this is when she ascended into heaven in her physical form. So she is bringing in the metaphor for us that the second week is definitely a week where we can embody more of our light body and part of me is really, I love this term that I heard from Marguerite Rigoloso. She's an incredible Mother Mary teacher. She is at, you can find her at sevensistersmysteryschool.com, and she talks about the ascension. And so the ascension is this incredible, instead of, you know, us like thinking about ascending like, oh, we're going up there and we're in heaven. But I like this ascension because the ascension is, we are here as physical beings. We all had that choice to be on the other side right now, watching this big cosmic party happen. But no, we're here. And believe me, I was not happy to come back. I was like, not again, you know. And here, but I did. I showed up. I answered the call and I showed up. And so, you know, for those of you, all you light workers out there in particular who are having that like, feeling, I hear you. But this is why we're here, right? It's like, okay, we're doing it. And so, we've all come here at this moment in time to really begin to not just have this ascension where we fly into something that looks like heaven, but we are here to actually be able to embody the light codes that lay dormant within each and every one of us through these powerful energies. And the 8-8 portal opens these energies up, and especially if you set an intention to receive what's in your best and highest good to receive energy-wise, then the second week is going to be more about integrating that, and you're integrating that so you, through your own personal upgrade, are then able to be even more of service to humanity, to be even more in your creative body, to be even more intuitive, to hear what the next message is for you. What's your next step? Mars is action. You know, Aries is action. What's the next step? Okay? And, you know, with these squares, there might be a little challenge, a little obstacle. But you know, with this focus, that you can really move forward into it. Okay, so this is gorgeous. So we are starting the first week of August, birthing a new age. The second week of August, through the benevolent Palladian help and upgrades, if you so choose, then we can receive even greater ability to intuit how we can hone in. I really feel like this is a honing in as well as an integration, but a honing in of like, ooh, what's my next step? What's my next step? Okay, let's go to week 3. What is our message for week 3 of August 2020? One card, please. Oh, no, one card, please. 4. Oh, here we go. Oh, I love it. Week 3 is like a little bit of a break here because, I mean, week 1 and 2, pretty heavy duty, right? Oh, just let's go uplift humanity, you know? Let's go birth a new age. Week 3, play. It's time to go play, not take ourselves so seriously. And believe me, I'm the first person who can do that. I'm like, let's go do it. Let's just go into the Aquarian age right now, you know? And this week 3 is like, no, you know, week 3, okay, you can just chill for a bit and, you know, have fun. Know that everything is in perfect and divine order. Perfect and divine order in week 3. And week 3 is when, I'm looking at my calendar here. Week 3 is actually one of the weeks that we don't have any of those squares. I'm going to go back really quickly to week 2. I forgot to mention the square. So we've got the square to Pluto. Mars in Aries is squaring Pluto this week of week 2 when we were talking about the benevolent Palladians. So this is about, like, we are really in this place where we're wanting to rebirth. We're wanting to rebirth ourselves from the inside out. We were talking about this ascension, right? And so birthing ourselves from the inside out will really allow for us to move forward and propel forward. And also too, during this week, so that the square is on the 13th. And interestingly enough, the 13 is the number of the divine feminine. It's the number of the goddess, right? And so having this Pluto in Capricorn definitely represents, tradition, the father and authority. And so we have this Mars in Aries, this sacred warrior of sovereignty, who is going to maybe come into a little bit of conflict with, on the day of the divine feminine, with the old established paradigm. And so even within ourselves, and this may be a very internal journey. It could be the journey of just the clash within us, the conflict within us of our own sacred masculine, sacred feminine integrating. And everyone, male or female, has both, okay? And the way I was taught as a female body. I have 60% divine feminine energy and 40% divine masculine energy. And then for men, someone in a male body, it is the opposite. It's 60% divine masculine and 40% divine feminine. So we are not just one. We are absolutely in this place. And so this could be a very internal journey for all of us about this integration. And we did talk about integrating the light codes from 8-8 during this week. So just know that this could be a little bit of an inward journey going on during that time. And so also too, we were talking about Mother Mary, and Mother Mary came to me and she was talking about the Lionsgate Portal. Now, a lot of people will say Lionsgate Portal, it's the climax. This is not like just one day, boom, done. No, it's a climax. It's moving up. It's moving up, moving up, moving up, like the moon, right? And so the peak of it is on 8-8. That's when Sirius is at its closest point to the Earth, the star Sirius. And so then it starts to decline. And so some people say that the portal closes on 8-10. And I actually got the message with Mother Mary that it would close on 8-15. So that is, that's a little bit more of an extension that she is granting, if we so choose, to even more so tap into the Lionsgate energy. And so with all of that, like, big work, the first 2 weeks, a lot of really strong, potent energy. Week 3, yes, we get to play and, rest, relax, recuperate, do what you need to do, and just have fun. Leo, this is Leo season. We will be going into Virgo right about that week. But in Leo season, Leo is totally about, having fun, celebrating, being in love. Leo's a sign of love. It's a sign that rules the heart. What better message than this? It's about your inner child, the sign. This is like playing like we did when we were kids, going out and having a good time, and maybe even picking up that coloring book, or, whatever it is that you love, or riding a bike, whatever it was that you loved doing as a kid. Okay, so this is more like going into that childlike wonder. We do have the new moon in Leo on the August 18th, on the 18th. And here in California, it is at 7:42 p.m. So just for you, wherever you are in the world, So for some of you, it more than likely will be on the 19th. And just know that this new moon in Leo during this third week is really, really asking us to just take a breather, which personally, I really love that message, and go out and have fun. And, you know, if you have kids, play with your kids and really honor that child that is within us. And then, of course, on the new moon in Leo, that's a beautiful time to be setting intentions for bringing in, you know, more play, more fun, more friends, more love of ourselves, and more love for others. Okay, and now for the very last week. And at the end of that week, I do have to say, the third week, at the end of the third week, on August 22nd, which is a master number, 22, the master builder, right, the master architect, we have that full week of Leo, and then on the 22nd, we go into the sign of Virgo. And so Virgo is the sign of the healer. It's the sign of the Kundalini. It's the sign of purity. So make sure you have fun this third week for sure. And always have fun, please. Always feel love. Always have fun. But you know, let's just make sure that we have fun that last week of Leo, because when we go into Virgo, you know, Virgo is more about the details. It's more about the organization of life. And so we get more down to business, if you will. And at a higher vibration, Leo is really about the healer. So this is about us undertaking, or I'm sorry, Virgo is really about the healer. So it's us undertaking our own healing journey, being the healer, you know, providing, and also because it rules the Kundalini energy, also us awakening even more, okay? And so for this final week of the month of August, oh wow, beautiful. Wow, August is going to be such a powerful month, and this is what I've been feeling. And wow, okay, this final week, we're in Virgo. This is the great gathering. This is us finding our soul tribe, right? This is us, it's all coming together, intuitive hits, soul tribe. During this week, we do have the third Mars square, squaring Saturn, right? And so this is a great gathering of all of us coming together as a planet in unity, in the sign of healing and the healer, to bring purity to the planet through this unity consciousness, this Christ consciousness that the 888 portal brings in, more of it, okay? And so what we have is this opening that's going to lead into September, that we can still be in this place of, even though we're not gathering, you know, we're not gathering a lot at all, right, in big groups like we have in the past. We can do that online. And just know that what they're showing me actually is this unity of light workers across the planet. And so anything that we're doing this month, this is a great time to be really conscious of all of the tribes across this planet, and the benevolent Palladians, and all of the divine beings of unconditional love that are assisting us in this endeavor to really become more light ourselves. And so it's this consciousness of knowing that, yes, I'm in my small little group, or yes, I'm meditating by myself, but knowing that we are a tribe. Everyone ultimately is soul tribe because we all have come from source. Every single one of us has come from the source of all that is. And that being said, we are all soul tribe. Whether you agree with them or not, we do all come from the same source. And yes, there are more people that might be of like mind with you, but keep, please see if you can keep, Saturn wants to limit our view of who our soul tribe is. That's the Mars square to Saturn, the sacred warrior in its sovereignty is ready to really expand beyond the old structures and limits of what the tribe, remember we got the wolf card, the wolf represents tribe, what the tribe and who the tribe is. So, that being said, I'm just going to quickly, week 1, we're birthing that 888 portal, that full moon in Aquarius. We are birthing a new age. Week 2, we're going to be integrating. We're going to be bringing the light codes in an ascension. We are going to be gaining more clarity about our own role as a beautiful being of light on this planet that chose to be here at this moment in time to help to move the consciousness forward, onwards and upwards. Week 3, woohoo! We get a little time out. We get to play during that new moon in Leo, really feeding, just feeding your joy. Of course, feed your joy the whole entire month, but really, just be conscious of if there's anything during that 3rd week to feed your joy and just, sit and laugh. Maybe even watch a silly movie that you loved when you were a kid. Sit and laugh. And then, because guess with week 4, as we move into Virgo, we're getting our divine assignments. We're looking at the organization, the healing that we can do to bring and raise the kundalini of this planet as a soul tribe, and to recognize, yes, Virgo is represented by the only human form in the zodiac, right? And that form is alone. It's not like, if there's not 2 of them or 3 of them. She is alone. It's usually represented by a woman. And this woman is ready to find a greater expansion to her soul tribe and to who she has come here to gather at, and how she's come here to gather as a member of humanity. Okay, my dears, it's been such a pleasure and an honor. And you can reach me for private Akashic record readings at my website, marciacanestrano.com. And you can follow me on Facebook. It's still my name, Marcia Canestrano. And on Instagram, which I do a lot more of than Facebook, it is Aphrodite Awakens, like the Greek goddess. So Aphrodite Awakens with an S, all one word. And if you like this video, please, give it a like and share. And a like would be great because I've just started my channel, obviously, and I'm really curious as to, if this is resonating with you, or, what more you would like to see. Okay? So, this is me, these readings, sure, I'm doing them for the collective, but hey, I'm right in it with everybody else. I'm right in it with everyone else here to be able to birth this new age using the guidance of the benevolent Pleiadians and just having a good time doing it and knowing that I am a member of the soul tribe of humanity and that I came here, I chose to be here at this moment in time, okay? And this is like, oh yeah, let's do our best to have a good time during this great pause and this cosmic party that's leading to the evolution of humanity and to bringing more of unity consciousness to the planet. Many blessings. Namaste. Bye now.